Hi guys. Like I posted about on Facebook throughout the day, I'm on here to talk about goals and ways that you can set them to succeed and actually reach your goals. Because I have always had a habit where I will have goals in mind that I want, but I don't have a way to actually see on paper how to achieve those goals. So I don't. Um, and I was listening to a podcast this morning for my personal development, and that's kind of what gave me the idea for this, talking about GFS, goal failure syndrome. Everybody suffers from GFS. It is where I know I suffer from it. It's where you have goals, but you fail to actually meet those goals or succeed with those goals. And basically, I did some research and found tips on how to actually reach your goal. Sorry, I'm kind of crooked. So I want to share my tips with you guys. Um, there's what I found is there's something called the five golden rule, like five rule something, for setting goals for you to succeed. And I'm going to go over each of those steps. Um, Sorry, my son's clapping. The first one is set goals that will motivate you. When you set up a goal that motivates you, it'll mean more to you because you actually know what you're working towards. The more interest that you have in it, the more likely you'll be to meet that goal and succeed in achieving that goal. If you're trying to reach the goal for somebody else and you personally have no emotional standing in it, then it's more than likely Lily, I can't talk. More than likely that you're not going to meet that goal because that goal really doesn't mean anything for you. You're doing it for somebody else. And that's where, in my company, we always talk about our why. Why are we doing something? Why does reaching a certain goal matter to us? Like, what stock do we have in reaching this goal? And that's why when I talk to potential new people to help, I'll ask them, why? Why does that goal mean something to you? Why does reaching that goal mean something to you? If your why is strong, then you have a better chance at succeeding. If your why is not that strong, then you're going to have a harder time reaching that goal. The second one is set SMART goals. SMART. S for specific. Be very clear and well defined in what you are wanting out of your goal. An example would be, a bad example for that would be, my goal is to write a book. Okay. A better example for a specific goal is, I'm going to write the book proposal for whatever you want to name your book. M, measurable. Include the date that you want to reach that goal. Like, I have a goal for my birthday, so that date is March 19th of next year. It could be either for a short-term goal for next week or next month, or a long-term goal where it's like 5 years from now, but you need to have an end date so you can see how far you have to go to reach that goal. An example, bad one, would be make more money last year than this year. Okay. Not much measurable about that one. It's just make more than last year. How much more than last year, though? That is than this year. Do you want to earn $10 more next year than you did this year? Do you want to earn $500 more next year than you did this year? Something measurable. An amount and a time are measurable. They will help you see what you need to do to get to that goal. A is obtainable. Make sure you can actually reach the goal and aren't setting yourself up for failure. But don't make the goal too easy too, because if the goal is too easy, it's almost like the goal being way too hard. It really doesn't do you any good. A bad example of that would be, I need to blog more. I need to get more blogs out there. That doesn't tell me how many more blogs I need to get out there, so I can either reach it or not reach it, because I really don't know. A better example of something obtainable is get 2 more blogs out a week. If I'm only doing 2 a week right now, then I need to add 2 more, so I'm doing 4 a week. If I'm only doing 1 a week, add 2 more, so I'm doing 3 a week. R is relevant, realistic goals. Should be something that you're wanting out of life, and it makes sense to where you're wanting to go in life. Bad example of that is I want to make it to the PGA Tour. A better example of that is I need to get my handicap down by 4 strokes. Making it to the PGA Tour is really, really, really far out there, and if you don't reach it, you're going to be devastated. You're setting yourself up for failure with a goal like that. But if you set a goal for, I need to get my handicap down by 4 strokes, that is something you can work on. And you can actually see how your game gets better each time you play because you have a smaller goal, but it's a big goal at the same time. And T, time bound. Have a deadline. It increases a sense of urgency. I had a professor in high school and college. I had teachers telling me that you cannot write an essay, a three or more page essay, in one night because it's going to reflect on your writing and it's going to reflect in your grade. You're going to get a lower grade if you try to cram in the entire essay in one night. Like Barney Stinson, I was like, challenge accepted. And I would get an A on every single paper that I wrote the night before because I had that sense of urgency to get it done, but I also knew it needed to be good, so my teacher didn't know I wrote it the night before. Examples of how to write goals kind of like that. Like, I need to lose weight. I do. A bad goal is like, I need to lose 20 pounds. Okay, because is that 20 pounds next week? Is that 20 pounds next year? If I don't set an end date for that, then it can take me forever to lose that weight, but I'm not going to feel bad about it because I never set up an end date. If I say I need to lose 20 pounds by the end of the year, then I know I need to hit that by the end of the year or come squeaky close to hitting that by the end of the year. And that also puts the sense of urgency on it because it's, 6 weeks away until the end of the year. So I need to figure out how much I need to lose per week. Then what do I need to do each week to lose that amount each week? Then step 3, writing down your goals. I actually wrote mine down. I know everything's backwards. I'm going to share a picture of it in the comments when I'm done with the video so you guys can see basically how I do mine. I also have 3 different worksheets I want to share the links to also, so you guys can figure out whatever works for you. But when you write down your goals, the goal becomes real. If you never write it down, you don't actually have to acknowledge the fact that you have that goal. And you can't really forget it when it's written down, especially if you post it somewhere where you spend a lot of time, like your bedroom, or I have this little board right here. I can put it up there so I can see it every single time I walk through the kitchen. And that's a lot, not just because it's the kitchen, but because that's how we get out to our cars, is through the back door in the kitchen. So every single time I walk past this, I'm going to see my goals. Step 4 is making a plan of action. That's what I have on here. I'll put, even though it's backwards, I'll put it a little closer. I have my 3 initial goals, then my breakdown for each goal. These are just my short-term goals right now. Things I would like to achieve. The first one, I would like to achieve that by my birthday in March. So that gives me 4 months and 4 days to achieve that first goal. The second one, it's a little more long-term because I pretty much have until I file my 2017 taxes to reach that one. But that also gives me a chance to make sure I set myself up to succeed in reaching that goal and if hopefully expand on it and go farther. Then my third one, it's not short term, but it's not long term. It's for next summer, beginning of fall type of thing. So making a plan of action, breaking down your goal step by step to see what you need to do to reach that goal. And then step 5 is sticking with it. Really not much more needed with that one. Stick with it. Stick with it. Super easy. Another way to make it easier for you to reach your goals is if you share them with your friends and your family. Keeping them to yourself, you don't have... Hi, Monica! How are you? Keeping your goals to yourself, you don't actually have to acknowledge them if you don't want to. But the second you tell someone about those goals, they're going to be like, hey, how's it going towards that one? How you doing on this one? I know me and my best friend, we're on each other's butt all the time about goals that we have set for ourselves. And we'll help each other out. That's another bonus with telling people about your goals. You have an automatic built-in support system the second you tell your friends and family about your goals. They are going to help push you towards achieving those goals. And it takes a village. I've heard that my entire life. It really does take a village. And your friends and your family will be your village to reach these goals. What else did I have? I have notes because I will ramble and forget everything if I don't have notes. Like I said a little bit ago, I do have worksheet links for people that want to use a worksheet for their goals. I started writing on these, but each one is different than the other depending on how, this one is super detailed, depending on how you like writing your goals. I like writing mine down and just breaking them down that way. Oh yeah, Monica. I know when I set a goal for myself, I tell my best friend, and she'll ask me about once a week, once a month, so how you doing on it? I can't lie to her because I've known her since I was 14. I've known her for over half my life. I'm not even going to try to do the math in my head right now. So she can tell if I'm lying or not. And it's the same thing with her. If she's got a goal to do something, I'll ask her about it. How you doing? Do you need any help on it? Friends and family are the best at holding you accountable. Even some strangers, I've noticed, if they just happen to overhear you say something, so how are you going to reach that goal? I didn't know I was talking to you, but let me talk it out so we know what we're doing. So, talked a little bit faster than I intended on, but I don't want to have this video go too long because I know people get kind of bored, and it's dinner time. So I'm just going to go over real quick, not like I just did, but real quick, the five golden rule, or golden 5 rule. I haven't figured that one out yet. Set goals that will motivate you. Set SMART goals. Lost my train of thought. Write down your goals. Make a plan of action and stick to it. And that works for every single thing you do in your life. If it's a goal to save money, a goal to lose weight, a goal to become a better cook, a goal at learning some video game thing that your child plays, so when they actually ask you about it, you know what you're talking about or they're talking about. Stick with it. Simplest thing to do in the entire world. Just stick with it. Don't quit, because the second you quit working on your goals, you quit working on yourself, and that's never a good thing. But I want to thank you guys for watching my video, and I will publish it after I'm done so that you can watch it again if you want to, and look for the little photo I took of my goals so you can see how I break them down, and the links for the 3 worksheets that I found. And I hope you all have an amazing rest of your Tuesday. I've got to figure out what I'm going to feed myself and my son right now. I enjoyed talking to you guys. I hope you have a great one. Bye.